Hi Cancers, how are you? Well, silly to pose the question when you can't answer it, but yeah, it's nice to have you here in any case. This is the 5th reading I'll be doing for you guys, and you've heard it before, but if it doesn't resonate, it could be a good idea to check your other planets. And those planets are the Moon, Venus and Mars, and of course your rising or ascendant sign. Depending on what you're wondering about, or even who, maybe if you're wondering about a love question, it might be a good idea to consult your Venus sign to see what's happening in your love life. Money's also there, and to a certain degree Mars. I'm no astrologer, but astrology is really interesting, and I've had it as a hobby since I was in my young teens, and that's a very long time ago. Yeah, unfathomable. Cancer. I wonder if there's something going on with the man in fire for you. We'll put him aside. And we will ask Spirit straight away what you need to know. Please, Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? Here's a young man in an air sign, a Libra, Aquarian, or a Gemini. They probably belong together, but we will see. All right. So that's shuffled enough now. The cards I work with are called the Goddess Tarot, and they're made by Chris Waldher. And they're magic, and I love them. I'm completely bound to them when I'm working. I can play around with other decks, but I can't work with any other. These have taught me everything I know, really. The whole major arcana is made up of different goddesses from different parts of the world and different time periods. So I'm just going to check in a little bit here now. More marriage and family situations. It's been the thing for all the past, 4 signs or something? Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and now Cancer. It's the 5th sign here. I think we're dealing with I'm so glad. Not a young woman, a female, a mature woman in Cancer, but she comes up in reverse. So she's not really herself. I think maybe she could have lost a child. I hope I'm wrong, but it looks like it could be, because this woman is in deep sorrow, if not in mourning. On the other hand, the cards are saying that she's also very powerful. She still has her mojo, so it's probably not the loss of a child. But this card, the 5 of Cups, somebody's very sad at best and mourning at worst. But this is the major arcana number 4. I'm not sure which it is in the classical tarot, but it's called Power, and it's represented by our own Scandinavian Freya. So things are moving in the right direction, I believe, for this Cancer woman. There has been a time where she has not fared well. If that's been because of a love, I'm not sure. I'll have to look a bit closer at that. There's some interesting love cards there. I think this woman works with children. So she's a teacher, I think. There are lots of children around her, and those kids are like her own family. Yeah, she's a teacher, definitely. And she teaches with a lot of love, with a lot of empathy and understanding, but also, boom, be quiet. Pay attention, is said in Australia, and you could get a piece of chalk in your forehead. I don't think it's like that these days. Thank goodness for that. So this is where she comes to life in her work. This is where she shines and where she's supposed to be. But something has happened here. And if this is her husband and the great love they have for each other, I think it probably is. Something's happened here. The interesting thing is that the man in the King of Staves here should be a man who's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But he could also be this man in water. So born in either a water sign or a fire sign, because the woman, this teacher and Queen of Cups, also comes up as the Queen of Wands. So I think they match each other perfectly, these two, and they have a lot of similarities in their character, and not least in how they show their love for each other. But what is the problem here? I see in the end everything is going to be fine, but there's... Okay. All right. For some reason, you, dear Cancer, are very downhearted, and at best you're tired. But I think it could be a lot worse than that. I think you could be suffering from anxiety and maybe even depression. They are not telling me why. And the fact is, you still seem to be working. And then I'd like to ask you, is that smart? Because your ambition and your love and care of your children should never go before your own well-being. Nobody benefits from that. Certainly nobody benefits if you work yourself into the famous wall, we say in Sweden, where you just wake up one morning and you can't get out of bed, perhaps. So please take heed and listen to your body. I'm sure it must be screaming now after some rest. Please, that's what you need. And do it for yourself, but even for the children, because nobody thanks you for not being able to get out of bed for a year. But the children will be... No, what did I say? Yeah, I said it right. Nobody says thank you very much for working so hard that you now can't get out of bed. It doesn't benefit anybody, and it's nothing to be proud of. It's just silly. So we all have a responsibility for ourselves first and foremost, and only then can we show the world who and what we are. And I know your work is wonderful, and I know it's you. The star shows us that. But you need to take a break, really. And to get in balance, an emotional balance, that's what you need. And you have to connect with yourself first and foremost. If you lose that contact with your own soul and well-being, you can't achieve anything. And the children really do need you, but they can do without you for a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months if you should need to. Having said that, I see you have a great support in your husband, but he is feeling very, they show a feeling of oppression here. And I think he's feeling at a loss. Here's your son, a boy and young boy, Libra, Aquarian or Gemini boy. And hubby here, who loves you more than anything. And I think he's been trying to convince you that you need to take time off work and rest. Because at home, you're not functioning at all. I think he's doing everything at home, from the shopping to the cooking to the cleaning to the washing, everything. And it's great to have a man who can and is willing, but he understands that it's not a cooperation at home anymore. You've received a father who takes care of you so that you can get up and go to work the next day. That's not the way to do it. Because even your marriage needs to be taken care of. And like I said, your husband's feeling very oppressed and actually even considering a divorce. Now that's how serious this is. One big problem for couples when they live together with somebody that's depressed or anxious is that it's like it becomes contagious. I don't see that with your husband. Your husband's not gone that far into caring for you that he starts to become sick. But he has taken care of you, and he has made it easier for you to work. And please take some time off. Please do it for yourself, for your marriage, and even for the children. Please. Your marriage will be all right if you do that. You will get into balance and the marriage will survive. Your husband loves you. He doesn't want to leave you. But he can reach a point where he feels he doesn't have a choice. And that would be so very sad. Not least for your son. So that's what the tarot cards had to say to you this time, Cancer. But I'd like to give you some oracle cards. This is the Goddess Tarot, and it's flown all the way from Australia. My soul sister Julia gave it to me as a present, and I'm so happy and so proud to be able to use it in my work as well. She's a Cancer, so am I. Yeah. Whoa! This was the last one. Fairness. Well, yeah, be fair to you. And then we also have, Damara. Damara. And what does it say? Guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Well, you have to look at yourself first, or help yourself first. And a third card, for what it's worth, Bast or Bust. Independent. Your independence is the foundation for your strength and success. And it surely is. You can think for yourself. You don't have to rely on what others think or say. You know what's best for your children when you're working, and for your family when you're functioning, and even yourself when you're functioning. But you're not functioning, dear Cancer. Please heed the warning before it's too late. A yogic path. I use them every time, for every reading, because of course there's a Dharma card in the ear as well. So they're made by Sahara Rose. They're written by her, the texts are written by her, and the artwork is done by Danielle Knoll. And we'll see what Spirit wants you to know from these cards. Whoa. And here we have Maladara. Maladara. I think that's the lower chakra, but I'm not sure. So you have, in these cards, there are deities and there are chakra, there's yoga, lots of things, spirituality. It's your root chakra. I'll soon get it. You've arrived in a place where you're very grounded in life. Your ideal home is in the process of manifestation, and you're setting roots where you are. This reflects the deep healing work you have done to undo the ancestral ties that were previously holding you back. When you heal your personal life, you heal the lives of all those who came before you and all who came after you. Ancestral hardships such as poverty, immigration, war, slavery and abuse have come to an end, and you have set the path for a new way of being for all of your ancestors to come. Thank you for doing this work and anchoring deeply within. It's only when you heal the root that the tree can grow. Beautiful text by Sahara Rose. And I think that's not here and now, but the minute you make the decision that you need to be resting and staying at home, that's what's going to start happening. And I don't know, abuse of your power, of your strength, of your capacity. And yes, maybe it does come from your family, your ancestors, who knows. Thank you, Cancer, for stopping by. Take care. Bye.